Leonard Bernstein. On October 14, 1990, the world of music lost not only a star, but an entire constellation with the death of Leonard Bernstein. Composer, conductor, teacher, showman, egoist, libertine, all were facets of this extraordinarily talented man who lived to suck the very marrow from the bones of life. He made his own way, developing his talents to the fullest, and using his own mind as the arbiter of his direction, resisting those who would put him off his goals, from his father, who opposed Lenny's desire to be a musician, to colleagues who wished for him to limit his scope to one facet of music. He is an example of a de facto Satanist in his concentration on enjoying the present to his fullest. As a conductor, Bernstein was known as one of the most charismatic and Dionysian of podium personalities, having won his way to a status that had previously only been available to Europeans. I was fortunate enough to have witnessed several of his performances, and can vouch for the pure ecstatic galvanism of the experience. He would completely identify with the composer of the work as he conducted, whipping the orchestra into a performance that would be filled with blood and fire, bringing the printed notes to life as if one were experiencing the music for the very first time. We are enriched by the legacy of recordings he made over the entire span of his conducting career. Indeed, everyone reading this will almost certainly have been introduced to some classical music via one or more of Bernstein's recordings. He excelled in works that gave rein to emotion on a grand scale, particularly the symphonies of Gustav Mahler. As a conductor alone, Bernstein carved out a niche as one of the very greatest, but he also found time to compose original music as well, ranging from symphonic works to ballet scores and Broadway musicals. Again, I'm certain that all of you will have been touched by his compositions at some point in your lives. He gains immortality from West Side Story, an updated Romeo and Juliet set amidst rival gangs in Manhattan. This score is permeated with the interval of the augmented fourth, known as Diabolus in Musica. The milieu isn't that important, but the responsive melodies he crafted match the words to perfection and shall remain perhaps his greatest legacy. For sheer satanic satire, one can turn to Candide, which tears apart the best of all possible worlds bunk by revealing the brutality of existence, the callous monstrousness of hierarchies, both religious and governmental, and, in the end, the need to create your own meaning through what you yourself can do. The score sparkles with musical witticisms, and the libretto is equally wry. Bernstein had a lifelong struggle against the idea of faith in external figures. He composed pieces that constantly turned the focus from meaning back to man himself. His Mass, though dated with rock-influenced elements, was written as a condemnation of organized religion. One of my favorite works is the symphonic suite derived from the score to the film On the Waterfront. Here we find a truly satanic symphonic poem which captures the breadth of the struggle of life itself. It begins with a haunting, searching theme, then segues into an oral depiction of the violence and brutality of existence. Later we are embraced by a sweepingly romantic love theme. Throughout the work, these ideas are developed and combined in a way that signifies the struggle of existence, full of tragedy, but ultimately of triumph. The final peroration includes combination of the opening searching theme with the love theme, passion united with purpose to achieve the chosen end. Life as a struggle to stand above the herd and derive your own ends. Truly, a masterpiece. Another noteworthy aspect of Bernstein's work is his depiction of New York City for its full range of majesty and terror. He even composed the famous New York, New York, a hell of a town tune. Certainly a satanic gem. In his personal life, Bernstein didn't stint on his enjoying of anything. Known for having a mighty ego, and his talents certainly justified it, he also was reputed to be generous to his friends and lovers of either sex. His desire for success and the magical events that shaped his life proved that he knew where best to direct his energies. Yes. He certainly had his flaws, which included a certain vapidity concerning socio-political issues. Here he often followed the liberal herd. His infamous party for the Black Panthers was justly satirized by Tom Wolfe. But such things are minor when compared to the musical legacy that remains. He truly lived the satanic existence, having flamed and tossed the fires about him, igniting passions in those whom he touched. He shall remain immortal in the brains and sinews of those whose respect and admiration he has gained. Hail, Leonard Bernstein! Bravissimo!